Aries, how are we doing? Hey, I took your reading down. Despite it did get a lot of views. I mean, my videos don't usually air to a lot of people, but my messages are personal. I mean, I basically give people a personal message because that's what I'm called to do. Those that are making money at it, great. But this is what I'm doing for folks. So if you got this message, it's yours, okay? The last message I did, Aries, I took it down. Despite the view, it did get views. Most of the videos I think suck. Like when I look back at them, I'm like, oh man, it's so bad. That video sucks so bad. Those are the ones that get a lot of views. And I don't know, like, are people watching them thinking, damn, that sucks? Or are they laughing? Like, is that why it's getting views? I don't know. But usually the ones that get views, a lot of views, are the ones I don't care for. Occasionally I'll get one that, gets views that I dug, like I really liked it, but most of the time, no. Anyway, I don't do this for views. I mean, sure, I would love to be famous, don't get me wrong. I think so. I don't know. But the sound of it sounds pretty cool. But that's not why I do it. And if I don't like it, I'm going to take it down. So, not to ramble on and on, I did your oracle spread here. You got a new reading. And I'm kind of glad that I did it because what we're looking at here is pretty bad, Aries. I've been watching a tarot reader for a while, and I don't usually plug people at all, especially not without permission. It's not that I'd like to plug several readers, but I don't want to plug without permission. I don't think this guy would mind. His name is Seven Tarot, or he's going by Angel Radio. He's a British guy. I don't know I don't know where he's from. It sounds British to me, maybe English, I don't know. He's not from these here United States. He's really informative. I've learned a lot from him. He's become, somewhat of a mentor. Nobody really knows it all. I just wanted to touch on this too. And I thought, for whatever reason, this was important to the Aries reading. There's this popular notion right now, and it's been I've noticed it gain hype within the last year, maybe the last 2 years. This notion that we're all in a big video game, and this is just a game, and there's a grid, and you move stones. I see where people are going with it. Listen, I believe in God. Okay, I'm just going to put that out there. Do I believe that maybe some of what other readers say is true? Sure. Do I? Absolutely. They have facts to back it up. Like, this is when we get into things like law of attraction and things, right? Sure. I mean, you guys are manipulating energy. It could be done. But let's not. Okay, I'm not going to discredit the grid theory, right? Or the law of attraction. I'm not going to discredit anybody because all of it is important, and if there's facts that are backing it up, how could you deny it? Here's what I'm going to say. Who do you think made the grid? Who do you think made this game? Okay, so whatever you want to acknowledge a higher power, so be it. But I'm going to acknowledge God, and I'm going to acknowledge the Bible, and I'm going to acknowledge all the stories in it, when he parted the Red Sea, when he walked on water. I'm going to acknowledge all of those things. That's what I believe in. If you don't, you think it's a fairy tale, well, this probably isn't the channel for you. However, I'm going to say this. It's not for me to run folks off. It's not. Sometimes you come to a place to get something that you think you need because you kind of feel forced to, and then you end up getting something you didn't know you needed. Riddle me that. And there's a reason I'm kind of going there. This kind of is a riddle in some weird way, okay? This oracle reading you got, it's a riddle me this. It's a very riddly oh my God, troll under the bridge kind of, you know what I mean? Like pay the toll. If you pay the toll, you answer the riddle. You know what I'm talking, that children's fairy tale, I don't know. I hope this doesn't sound stupid. It sounds like another video I'm going to have to delete. I hope not, because the spread's good. I'll stop talking now. Okay. Here's what I'm seeing, Aries. Here's overall what I'm seeing is somebody that wants to air out another's secret. This is somebody who knows something that you do not want other people to know, and they are using a scarcity tactic on you. They are. This is nasty. I got to tell you, it's real nasty. Real nasty. Someone here really wants to accelerate their evil little plan too. And that's exactly what I'm looking at. I am looking at an evil little plan. Someone has a plan here. And this is how they're going to do it, I'll tell you. They're going to make it seem like it's your idea. This is like giving you compliments. Say you had something that you didn't, that you are embarrassed about. This person is going to stroke that part of you in one way or another. It kind of makes me feel like they're going to reassure like, hey, buddy, it's not that bad, right? But then on the other side of the coin, it's like, it's our secret. You wouldn't want anybody to find out. No, it don't look that bad. You know, you get what I'm saying? This person is a shithead. I don't know if it's a person or persons. Now, Aries, this is either you doing this to someone or someone doing this to you. And I have to say, I'm inclined to think it's someone doing it to you. There is a secret here that someone really wants to know. And if it's not a secret, they just want to know your business, straight up. I'm seeing that, I mean, they want to air out somebody's dirty laundry. And I see where most likely this is you. For purposes intended in this video, I'm going to say this is someone doing this to you. And I see that you are very upset about it. This is somebody who's losing sleep. This is something that's on your mind 24/7 that you're not talking about. I also see someone that is trying to keep their mind busy. They're trying to keep their mind off of it. It's almost like I'm waiting on the gut punching. Like it kind of feels like we're just going to prolong the inevitable. I don't know, and I got to tell you something else, Aries. This makes me feel like, honey, you kind of did this to yourself. This is somebody who had a big mouth, honey. I don't know. Do you just think that everybody's your friend? What I'm seeing here is that someone here is making a plan for you. This is a manipulator. There's a scarcity tactic here. And when you tell this person your problem, because this is like you talking to a best friend or whoever you're talking to, you're telling them your fears, what you're worried about. And I have talked about this in other readings, when you start putting your dirty laundry out there to people, you let someone else get a foot in the door. If you wanted any advice, turn to tarot. No, I'm kidding. If you want advice, you need to pray on it. You need to take it to your creator before you go taking it to someone else, okay? What I'm seeing here is scarcity tactic, time to set new goals with the timeout. They gave me these two cards together, time to set new goals and timeout. If you need to address something and someone is forcing you, this is somebody forcing you. I don't know if they're threatening jail on you. Like, you can go to jail. There's so much jail in this reading. A scarcity tactic. I'm going to force you. You better get a plan together. This is also you saying, wait a minute, whoa, 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 time out. What did you say? You heard me. This has something to do with money, of course. Money hungry. Check yourself. Check for yourself. Check yourself. Something to do with checks. Sex shop. Something that someone's buying. Somebody here is using money and they spent money somewhere. Hater. Yeah. Red lipstick stains, burning evidence, getting played. Manipulation, lies, and control. I feel like, I don't know if you told it feels like you told someone something that you shouldn't have. This person could be threatening to tell your dirty little secret. I see the worry on you. Plan. List the steps you need to take to achieve a goal. Name 3 things you will learn along the way. There's a lot of time out and goal talk here. It's really odd. Look, time to set new goals. List the steps you need to take to achieve a goal. We need to talk about something here, Aries. Honey, and it's not good. It only gets worse. I wonder if you have ever thought about, we overestimate the probability of positive outcomes. You got a lot of bias cards here, by the way. We perceive past events as having been more predictable than they were. Buffer. I did like this card because right after the plan came the buffer. I worry about blank. When I'm feeling stressed, please be blank and don't be blank. There's something here that you worry about that you told someone. I feel like someone made a mistake in the recent past. This is the recent past, present, and most probable outcome here, okay? I feel like you shared some information with someone and now you're scared to death because loose lips sink ships. Someone did it. Aries, I think you did something that you regret. I really do. I don't know if you gave somebody money. It sure feels like you gave somebody money. I don't know if you hollered at another girl or if I'm talking to a girl, I don't know if you hollered at another dude. Somebody here may have talked or confided in an ex. Cleaning out my closet, clearing the air, addressing problems. Hey, Miss Parker. This also could be a neighbor. This could also be a neighbor. Do you know all your neighbors? Because I don't know. I don't know if you know, somebody here knows a good bit about what's going on with you. I can see where you're trying to get rid of the evidence. Like, you got scared and you just tried to get rid of something. This person knows manipulation, lies, and control. They now have the ball. And there's this plan. List the steps you need to take to achieve a goal. Time to set new goals. This person feels like there's a scarcity tactic here. Like when I talk about whatever I talk about, I'm scared of what will happen. When I tell whoever what I did, I'm scared of what will happen. I'm scared. I don't know if you reached out to an ex and this person gave you advice. I don't know if this ex reached out to you. And I'm just giving a theory. Maybe it wasn't an ex. Maybe it was just a friend. Somebody gave you some, the reason I'm kind of steering it towards an ex is because the cards that they're giving me. I wonder if you've ever thought about blank, right? It kind of makes me feel like an ex would reach out, hey, I just wonder if you ever thought about me. And when you reflect back on the past, this is the recent past, right? And when you talk about exes and people that we used, you always remember the good stuff. And this was somebody that would say, I'm really worried about you. I can see that you're stressed out. I see all the stress on you, by the way. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me. This is also someone who is going to stress you out. There's a plan here. Check yourself. Name 3 things you will learn. I feel like this is going to be a hard lesson learned, Aries. It does feel like you are prolonging the inevitable. That's what I'm seeing. There's a bubble here in the present moment right now. There's a challenge. Oracle card that's a challenge. And that's odd. Very rarely do I get oracle cards that come out in a challenge position. Take it outside. Burst your bubble. Cheap toy. A temporary distraction. Bubble butt. Honey, something's going to come out. I don't know if somebody here, they did something. Some type of cheap toy, a cheap trick, temporary distraction. And if this is you, Aries, you are beyond scared. This is also somebody that could be threatening jail on you. It's like, I hate to burst your bubble, but if you don't come up with that money, you'll go to jail. If this is about money. If not, this is somebody that knows your little dirty secret. And you might be kicking yourself like, oh my God, it was just one time. I don't know what I was thinking. I was drinking. I don't know. Independently owned and operated. Leo. I don't know. There's a Leo involved here somewhere. And if it's not a Leo, it's Leo season. But there's something very important around the month of August. You don't know your value. Spiritual awakening. This is somebody that would say, hey, I hate to see you looking like this. You didn't do anything wrong. You're not married. You're independently owned and operated. You don't know your value. You need to smarten up. You need to smarten up. And then spiritual awakening, okay? But then to clarify it, under spiritual attack, fighting off negative energies, fighting spiritual warfare, needing to clear your energy. There's something that we need to talk about. There is a bubble that needs to get burst, honey. There may be someone, the outcome. Okay, so you clear the air, you address your secret, you say whatever you need to say. What is the worst thing that could happen? And also, I'll put it to you like this, Aries. Whatever has got you up in your head like this, if we're talking about a dirty little secret, it would be better coming from you than this manipulative bitch. Somebody here is using a scarcity tactic on you. Now, I don't know what you did, but this person is playing you. I did like the buffer card here on their plan. You have protection in place. This is a spiritual attack on some. This is some type of spiritual warfare because you had spiritual awakening. These are two different decks. And to clarify, spiritual attack. Something happened in August, or there's a Leo involved. The fact I have incarcerated and innocent. Oh, they were telling me yesterday, they were talking about the Mandela effect. What that is remembering something wrong and believing it. Like in your mind, you're right. This is the way it happened, but no, you're wrong. And it's hard to tell somebody they're wrong when they believe wholeheartedly that they're right. The issue is your perception. It's like you're spewing out a lie, but in your mind, you believe wholeheartedly that's the truth. And it kind of ties back into what I was talking about at the beginning of this video. In your mind, that's the truth. It goes back to like the beginning of the Bible of Adam and Eve. The tree of knowledge. She wasn't allowed to eat from the tree of knowledge. I hope I didn't say that wrong. I'm almost positive that's what that tree was called, the tree of knowledge. And she did. And here's the snake. This is a very tempting something was very tempted you, okay? And it was a very kind of hands off. Right? But there's a challenge on it. This is a cheap toy, a temporary distraction. I also have innocent in a challenge. There's innocence on the back of that card, and then to clarify, incarcerated. If this is spiritual court, okay, there's something relevant in the Bible around this time of year. When we get into October, when it comes to spiritual court, and even indictments come out. I know in my state, indictments come out in October. So there's going to be indictments, spiritual indictments. Now, what are spiritual indictments? Well, it's going to be what your consequences are. Now, you can call it karma or you can call it consequence. You put whatever label on it you want to, okay? But I do see a buffer here. I see the buffer here. I do see someone here who is somewhat innocent. But see, it's become an issue of innocence. I feel like somebody here has a spirit team who is going up against. They've got to take this. You've got like a lawyer. Your spirit team is going to act like lawyers to protect you here. But there's something they need you to know. Something that either you're dealing with a Leo or something that took place in August for whatever reason. Leo or August is important to your story. Now, I don't know if we're talking about this August, this past August, or last August. I'm not sure. But what I can tell you is it's relevant right now. In the present moment, there is something that happened with a Leo or in Leo season. You need to sharpen your spiritual skills. What I mean by that is I would crack a Bible. I would start praying. Because you're clarifying serve. What can we do to give back to the community? It sounds like your spiritual people, your spiritual team. Somebody has Johnny Cochran as freaking a spiritual team. Like these are like lawyers going up to court for your indictments to say that you're innocent, but you're in a very challenged position because there's an issue if this was planned. So when you talk about any type of crime, you could say that ignorance won't get you off the hook. I didn't know any better. I didn't know any better. I didn't know it was illegal to do X, Y, Z. I didn't know the consequences of my actions. I feel like we have a spiritual team here that is scared for you. Because you are doing it, whatever it is that you're doing, you've given someone a foot in the door, spiritually speaking. So what that would mean is that you have this big buffer of protection around you with whatever guide, guardian you have, okay? Or guardians, okay? This does sound like somebody who has more than one. They're getting their asses whooped because of whatever it is that you've allowed in. And the issue, it's like it's a very airy energy, honey. What can we do to give back to the community? What is something that we could accomplish together that neither one of us could do alone? There is strength in numbers. I would encourage you to pray. We do or believe in something because many other people do or believe the same. Bandwagon effect. We do or believe in something because many other people. So it gave you, I don't know if this is something that's being done out in the open, for example. I'll give you an example of that. I rode this roller coaster and there was a big line to get on it. Like 2-hour wait, and I get up there and I realize how unsafe this thing is, and I mean it. Like I can't believe it has not claimed. I can't believe this roller coaster hasn't killed somebody. It was awful. It was absolutely awful. And I'm a thrill seeker. I enjoy stuff like that. I'm telling you, this thing was awful. It had one lap bar that held you in. That's it. There was no upper body support. But because everybody was doing it, I felt safe to get on it until I got up there and it's my turn to get on. And I realized there's nothing holding me. And there's all these people lined up to do it. And nobody's complaining. And I'm the only one like, what the fuck? It was awful. That's what I'm seeing here. This could be something that other people were doing, you know? And don't worry, it's not that bad. Optimism bias, hindsight bias. There's wonder. You may have planned it. What is this independently owned and operated and commitment bias about? We remain committed to our past behaviors even when presented with evidence that we're wrong. That's what I was talking about. They kept telling me yesterday something about, I meant to do this reading for you yesterday. They gave me so many, this is going to be long because I couldn't get out here yesterday. And lawyer, what does this lawyer talk about? We remain committed to our past behaviors even when presented with evidence that we're wrong. Quinn has always wanted to be a lawyer. Despite his love for sketching and art class, he applied to go to law school. If you find yourself in a hole, stop digging. Someone here has dug themselves in a hole. You've kind of committed yourself to something that you don't want to be a part of. These past behaviors, you have proof. There's evidence. Why do you have so much evidence? Look, evidence here, burning evidence. Getting played, manipulation, lies, control. And it's stained. I mean, like, if this is lipstick, that shit don't come out. Check yourself. Somebody here, there is receipts without a doubt. And someone's just committed, in the recent past. You know, there is a commitment bias. I don't know if independently owned and operated in the commitment bias. We remain committed to our past behaviors. You know, there's a spiritual awakening tool here. You don't have to be on the bandwagon with these people who are doing this. Is kind of how it's like, this is some form of spiritual warfare, honey. It's really hard for me to, I'm trying to paint the picture for you. I can tell you that I do know this for a fact. Spiritual indictments are happening right now. Someone here is going up for indictment. And to have don't do that in the house, take it outside, burst your bubble, innocence. A cheap toy, a temporary distraction, bubble butt. Honey, there's an issue here if you're innocent or not. And I feel like there's a spirit guardian here that's very concerned for you. Because it's one thing if you did it once, but somebody here has done it repetitively, committed to past behaviors even when presented with evidence that you're wrong. There's something here we need to break away from. Somebody keeps doing something because other people are doing it, or they believe the same way that you do. You know, it's like, well, how will I fit in with my people? Survivorship bias. We focus on the visible success of someone while overlooking or forgetting those who failed. I survived because the fire inside me burned brighter than the fire around me. Justin wants to drop out of college and start a business like Elon Musk or Bill Gates. Somebody here is just committed to doing the same behaviors because it's all you know, even that presented with evidence that it does not work and it is not accurate. But everybody else is doing it. You know, there's some type of reward being gained from whatever it is you're doing. We focus on the visible success of someone or something while overlooking or forgetting those that failed. So it's like it doesn't work. Whatever it is that you're doing or whatever you recently did in the recent past, okay? It didn't work. Now, was there visible short-term temporary distraction type of rewards? Yes, there was some type of reward. But it does not work. You're committed to the past behaviors when presented with evidence. There's enough, it's like someone here's choosing to forget. We perceive past events as having been more predictable than they were. In the recent past, I'm getting the hindsight bias card. That shit was awful. There was a reason that something... Time to set new goals. List the steps. You know, there's a reason it was, I don't know if somebody here was money hungry. Check for yourself. Sex shop, hater, red lipstick stains, and getting played and burning the evidence. Cleaning out my closet, clearing the air, addressing problems. Hey, Miss Parker. In the recent past, maybe something was addressed. Okay. Here's my player card. No, that ain't my player card, sorry. Here's what I don't. Here's the most probable outcome for you, okay? There's a lot of fishing in a lot of cheaper way, same result. There's a lot of cheap. I see somebody here fishing for evidence out of you, fishing for information out of you. This person's going to present you with an olive branch, like, come here, let me give you a hand. I'll give you a hand. And then your mouth's running 100 miles a minute. Somebody here has it, honey, I'm sorry, but your mouth is big. This person, I don't know, it makes me feel like it could be a stranger. They're no stranger to you. They know you. Be careful about who is sent to you at this time, because there's some type of spiritual attack here. And you will find out with the spiritual awakening card. It's, there's something familiar about whoever this is. This, you know, this person feels like a wolf in sheep's clothing. Strokes the ego, helps you stay committed to past behaviors that don't work because everybody else is doing it. You know, it's like a bad after school special in some degree. I could tell you it's a 57, so I knew immediately what they were trying to say, but there's some type of, and you got a law team here of Johnny Cochran's that are very concerned about the consequences that are to come for you here in the most probable outcome in your future. There is a lot of temptation in your future because you are doing something. You are dangling a carrot in front of your face. This is a cheaper method right up the road. Maybe this person needs help. I gotta tell you, the most probable outcome that this person is either going to offer an olive branch or say that they need your advice, they need your help. This person this person's building a case on you. They are, without the shadow of a doubt. Because, I'm telling this person, whatever you tell them, let's say that you go up there to give them a hand with something. Hey, can you give me a hand? And I know that you've helped this person more than once, and we'll get there, but I know that for a fact. This feels like a friend, or this feels like somebody that you did not realize knew whomever, okay? Honey, they've been fishing with you, and maybe they really did go fishing, I don't know. But I can tell you that you've helped this person, and they have taken whatever information, they ran with it. This is like somebody doing screenshots on a phone. Drive it like you ran there too. Busy at work. This is somebody that you're helping. This is somebody, hey, can you help me move this couch? Can you help me move this sofa? This person wants to know about your new stuff too. It's almost like they're going to compliment you, but they also want to know where you got it. Man, that's a sharp car you're driving. Man, I like them shoes. Things going good at work? Man, I bet you that car drives fast. And then they run. They are just fishing for information, man. I'm telling you. And then what is this about? This is somebody who compliments you, or they want you to hey, I saw you someplace and you were all dressed up. I gotta tell you, I don't know if this is an ex fishing for information with this hooked card. Because whatever this is, this person's fishing for some type of information out of you, and you run right over there. I don't know if this is a female or this is like, it feels like the opposite sex. It feels like someone rushing over to help the opposite sex is what I'm saying. There's someone here fishing for information, and it's like, hey, I really need your help doing something. Oh, it's just right up the road. It's not that far. I mean, I'm not, these are the cards that came out for you. And it's almost like with the fishing and the hooked, got him, got him, got him. Mm-hmm. And then look, it's like somebody was already worried about going to jail. There's a scarcity tactic, jail, and then child services. Kids at risk of being taken or is about to, reporting something, neglect or abuse. Someone's hooking you. They're putting you on the hook for whatever information they can get. And when this is, they're talking about abuse, neglect. They're reporting something. If this is an affair, they're reporting it. This motherfucker is two-faced as they come. Do you hear me? Two-faced. Two-faced as fuck. Two-faced. Screw-face. Screw-face. That was in that movie I just saw with this under spiritual warfare. Whoever this motherfucker is, the little two-faced bitch, they really enjoy watching the gossip. Watching shit go down, enjoying the gossip. I mean, I got a lot of decks pulled out here, okay, that are clarifying each other. I think I used, I don't know. I probably used 4 or 5 decks. We are only as blind as we want to be. The bias blind spot. We don't think we have any biases. We see it in others more than we see it in ourselves. I'm like the most colorblind, gender blind, status blind person. Okay. Accelerate. What can I do to help you save time or give you a leg up on where you're trying to go? What is this? This person, I don't know if they're offering you help. Oh, I'll take you. I'll go. This is to accelerate their plan. You've done favors for this person before. To manipulate someone is to ask a favor without asking. So this is somebody who would say, man, I really don't know how I'm going to move this couch. Oh, man, it's just right up the road. Shit, I can do that for you. This person gets an earful. Honey, you know, people only know what you tell them. Somebody here has got a big mouth. I mean, I'm sorry that you can't trust folks, but I don't know what it is that you're trying to hide. Whatever it is, somebody has you by the balls. Spirit's telling me that the most probable outcome right now, if nothing changes, this person is fishing for evidence. They are going to either ask you for help, but it's like asking somebody for help, but not asking. Man, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how I'm going to get to court tomorrow. Oh, it's just right up the road. I can take you. They didn't come out and ask you for a favor. but they presented the information in a way where your good-hearted nature would kick in. I could do that for you. Sure, no problem. Anne is starting to like the attentive car salesperson who asked her to share thoughts on market trends. This person really likes to keep you talking. To manipulate someone is to ask a favor without asking. We are more likely to do another favor for the person if we've done one before than if we had received a favor from that person. Mm-hmm. What can I do to help you save time or give you a leg up on where you're trying to go? This person really likes to gossip about you. This is the issue I'm having is I don't know what we're talking about. It's really layers of fuckery here. I mean, burning evidence, getting played, manipulation, lies, control, sex shop, money hungry. I mean, this is like all the sins wrapped up in a nice little present. Like all the sins, all of them. Like all of them. Thou shalt not. There's like a big gift of here's all of my packaged bullshit that I've done. I robbed a bank last week. I fucked my girlfriend's best friend. Like, it is the worst possible things. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's like, oh my God, like, fuck. Somebody's really going to get their bubble burst. Innocent and incarcerated. It's like I'm temporarily innocent. And there's a commitment bias here. I don't know, but whoever's doing this, boy, they're two-faced, real two-faced. Most probable outcome is that this is going up for a spiritual indictment, maybe real indictment, physical indictment, and this person is going to be found guilty if this does not stop. There's something here trying to hook you. I see you you're running towards the bait because whatever this is very attractive, it's very rewarding, and you will get hooked. At that time, you will be found guilty. This was the spiritual plan. This was the spiritual attack. This was, you were prey. This is a lion hunting a gazelle. This person's two-faced. This is like, I don't know who you've confided in, but you did yourself no favors, sir or madam. Okay? I'm really sorry. We all make mistakes, you know. I watch other people's tarot channels, and I'm just like, what the fuck? What are they talking about? You know, like, can you break it down in layman's terms on some shit that I really did? Like, are we just all innocent? We just all wipe our asses with pixie dust, and I mean, are you kidding me? Oh, you're a reformed felon. Okay, great. Can you talk about the shit you did back then so the people that are watching this who are currently still doing felonious behaviors can get something out of it? Like, can you make these spirits work for me so maybe I don't go to jail? Yes, I can. However, even if your spirit team keeps you out of jail temporarily, and they will, you got to go up for spiritual indictments. And spiritual indictments every year. And there's a team here real worried. You got Johnny Cochran worried. Get into a little bit of tarot. Sorry your reading's long, but we had a lot to cover. I'm not even going to get into the songs. I wrote down all these songs for you. Man, there were some good ones too. Let me see if I can pause you.